Tonight we're doing skull crushers, one of my favorite tricep exercises for building mass. I like to use an easy bar. You can use any kind of bar you want. These are just nice on both my wrists and my elbows. The name skull crushers comes from the technique. Typically, these were brought down toward your face or your skull, so hence the name skull crushers. You can bring them down toward your forehead, bring them down toward your nose, bring them down even toward your neck, which is a little bit more closer to what we call a JM press. But typically these are done toward your face. I've never felt real comfortable with that form. My elbows never really loved that. My elbows tend to flare anyway. You want to try to keep them in as much as you can, pain-free of course, but what I have always found works the best with these is to go into much more of a stretched position, let the barbell come behind my head. You get a really good stretch, and then I kind of stay up behind. The nice thing about this technique that I'll show you when I do my set here in a minute is gravity is always working against you. You don't bring the barbell up over top to where it's supported by your skeletal system. It's always behind you. Gravity is always working against you, so there's constant tension on your triceps. Like I said, the primary reason I like it is just because it feels good on my elbows. I can do these, I can go heavy on them. They never bother my elbows. I feel really good that way. And what we do know working the long head of your triceps is a stretch is really good for them. So here you're in more of a stretch position coming into a skull crusher than you are with your elbows down at your side. But if I can come even further back, almost like a pullover, gives a really good stretch in here. And I've never really liked doing cable moves overhead. I prefer doing my cables down low. So this is a great exercise, again, not only for building mass, but for getting into that stretch position. So I'll show you what a set looks like. So I like to have my head just slightly off the bench, and then I'm gonna bring everything all the way back behind my head. Good stretch, feel it stretch, and then up. Barbell stays, never comes up over my head. I keep tension on the triceps the entire time. So that's what those look like for me. The easy bar is great on my wrists. The form going back high is really nice on my elbows. I don't worry about in or out where my elbows are going, just I want them to feel good, comfortable, and strong throughout the movement. Get a really good stretch on my triceps. It's tension on the muscle throughout the entire range of motion. It's a great mass builder. I will typically do it after a cable exercise, mostly just to lower the amount of weight that I'm gonna use on these. I like to get a really good pump first, start to fatigue the muscles out a little bit, and then I'll dive into these. So for me, it's a win-win all the way around. If you like skull crushers, give these a shot. Maybe they become one that works its way into your rotation. If you haven't done skull crushers, because of the way that they feel on your elbows or your wrists, give this technique a shot.